Hey, how's it going? The last check-in of the year. I made it. 365 days, 365 videos, all about keeping me on track with moving towards my goal of establishing myself as a professional motivational wellbeing speaker. And I feel like I've gone out on a high today, certainly gone out with the sort of momentum I'm excited to be taking into 2019 with me. Had a really busy morning starting with a coaching call, the last of the year, and then a 60-minute webinar with my Boost group on my Learn and Lean system, and really enjoyed delivering this one, sort of working through the worksheet that I've put together, reviewing the year and looking forwards to the new year. And every time I go through this, every time I explain this, it makes not just makes more sense, but it kind of makes all the things that I've already reflected on just kind of goes down again another level of significance. And these videos and what I've been doing with them over the year has it keeps coming up time and again in terms of their importance and the role that they've had to play. So I want to take this opportunity to thank you, anybody who's taken the time to watch these. As I said in a previous video, maybe yesterday in fact, that some have been rather rambling, some have been pointless, some have been better than others, some have been I've got reasonably emotional in some of them, in terms of showing how I'm really feeling, especially around some of the frustrations and some of the challenges that I've been facing this year with respect to this particular goal. And some of the things that I've learned as well. So although this has been for me, and I've said that all along, these videos have been to kind of keep me on track, keep me accountable, and give me that opportunity to reflect and to focus every single day on that goal. It has been good to know that a few of you have been watching these videos as well. And as I said yesterday, I'll be continuing these into the new year for as long as they continue to serve the purpose, as I just outlined there. So yeah, today's been a funny day because it's been it's a regular Monday, right? 31st. It's not a bank holiday or anything. I'm downing tools now, just the last drops of sunlight or daylight for the day. But this morning after that webinar, or this afternoon rather, after the webinar, I then did a session with Jerry and Pat ahead of Momentum, talking about some of our own personal goals for 2019 and also some of the things that we'll be sharing at the Momentum event. And I've never done a webinar with quite so many technical difficulties. Sound quality was horrendous. Every time I linked in with one of them, the sound would just either be massive echo or a big annoying buzzing in the background. I had to ditch mine to go and get my headphones at one point. Made no difference at all. But hey, we got through it. And actually in the moment as it was happening, I was very aware that I was handling it well, in the respect that I wasn't getting flustered, I wasn't worrying, I wasn't getting anxious, I wasn't catastrophizing, I was just getting on with it. Although I did have to sort of waffle and fill in the space for some of the time, I figured that given what I was trying to do there, juggling lots of different thought tracks in my mind at the same time, to actually keep going with it was actually not a bad achievement. And then after that, I did a stint on BBC Radio Oxford for about 20 minutes this afternoon, the last thing before I just popped to the shops for the last time of the year. And talked about resolutions, a bit more of a reflection really on some of the things I talked about in my other session in Boost earlier on with the Learn and Lean. So looking at doing goals, process goals, achievement goals, and being goals. What do you want to be more of in 2019? And I love the quote. I'm sure I've mentioned it in these videos before. The Jim Rohn quote. Don't set goals for what you will achieve, but rather for what it will make of you to achieve them. And that, I think, is really what the goal that I set myself this year has given me, if not the achievement at the end. Certainly what it has made of me has been the most important part. The journey has been more important than the destination. I'm still on that journey. I haven't reached the destination. The destination is constantly going to be changing, so I'm not tied into that. But I've enjoyed the journey, well, most of it this year, and I'm looking forward to more of the same. I'm looking forward to sharing it with you as well if you continue to stick around and watch some of these videos. So whatever you are up to tonight to see out 2018, I hope you've had a good year. I hope you've had an opportunity to reflect on some of the victories of yours, some of the lessons that you've learned, and that you have a good year mapped out ahead of you, the things that you're going to go after, the challenges that you're going to try to negotiate and overcome, and who you want to become in the next 12 months. Thanks again. There's my check-in for the day. I will be back again for the first of the new year tomorrow. Bye for now.